Well, here we go again. Came a little sooner than I expected, but I simply got fed up with myself and said, enough is enough, dear Jenny, enough is enough. Um, and when I get myself to that point, that's when I know I'm ready to do HCG and take it seriously. And I hit my breaking point. So I was doing pretty good. Actually, this is, as I'm recording this right now, it is the evening. It is a Friday evening? No, it's a Saturday evening. And I should record the video tomorrow morning, Sunday morning, but I'm booked all morning long, and then I'm going to go to our drive-in church service afterwards. So I thought I would go ahead and do it tonight because I have this little half-hour break before I have my next student where nobody booked me. So, so I'm doing it prematurely, which kind of doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but I guess that's okay. Today was my first day of loading. Indeed it was. Indeed it was. So, feeling full, feeling very full at the end of day one. Hard to believe that there's going to be more loading going on tomorrow, but there is. And, and then that's it. Jumping in. Monday, here I go. Day one. Round, I don't know. I don't even know what round it is. I don't even think I'm right what round. Um, I usually touch base every day when I'm on a round. Maybe a little bit overkill since all my other rounds I was touching in every day, or at least my last two rounds I was touching in every day. Maybe even my last three. I'm not sure. Um, so I might do, instead of every 4 days, maybe every three or every other, maybe even. Um, maybe I'll do every other day. I want to get back to kind of picking a little bit of a topic and not just kind of talking about how I'm succeeding or failing on this because there's not a whole lot of benefit to you other than um, when I fail, you can feel better about yourself. And when I succeed, hopefully it motivates people to go, it works. So, um, either way, hopefully you look at it in the positive way. When I am losing, that you don't think, ah, shoot, she's losing, how come I can't? And when I'm failing, that you think, what is the point of you telling me how you can't keep it together, Jenny? So I'm hoping that it is the former and not the latter situation. But nevertheless, I know I didn't get 100% through the protocol last time I did a round, so I will go ahead and kind of pick up where I left off since I covered a lot of the topics already. And I'll dig the protocol out again, kind of figure out where I left off basically, and maybe do some other videos as topics become pertinent to me along the way. I'll see if I have any notes from the last round. I don't think I did. I think I cleaned up around here and I threw everything away. But if I think of other topics, I do have this thing that's sitting here. There was something inside here that I was going to talk about, which is a little booklet that comes with my drops when I get my drops. So I'll talk about that. And yeah, um, here we go. I guess that's all I'm here to say is here we go. So I know some of you are already on the round and you're midway through and you're all doing well. And so I'm joining you on board. And for those of you who've been holding off and not knowing when to start or how to start or anything, and if you want to go alongside with somebody else through the journey, then let's get loading. um, Day one of loading was today. I couldn't even begin to tell you how many thousands of calories I put down. A lot. A lot, and the day's not over yet. Because when I finish these classes, I'm wound up. So I try to keep myself from eating afterwards because I know you shouldn't eat that late at night, but not today. Today I'm going full force. I need to take another round of drops too, but yeah, the feeling of feeling very full is hitting me, and the loose blouse has come out to be worn. So loose fitting clothes for the next couple of days until a lot of the bloatedness and I can already feel some water retention happening. It was happening anyway, even prior to starting to load. Um, and I think it was just from eating poorly. Interestingly, my daughter in California, who is a health nut now because she lives in California, and because she's in a relationship and dating an ex-Marine. He just got out of the service, and so he is very much into health and fitness himself. And so, because of that, and that is her whole world right now because she is just at home. He lives in a different apartment, but nevertheless, he's really her main person, that he's the only person that she does actually see in person because her roommate even left and went home and is working from home in another state. So she's there alone. I keep trying to solicit her back to Cleveland and just work from home from here, but yeah, the boyfriend. Anyway, so she was telling me, I was saying how I'm one of those people. She was saying how maybe another day. I'm not going to go into all of it now, but she is doing a really good job since she's sequestered, and the variables in her environment are very controlled, and what she's eating is controlled, and there's no outside influences, no extra lunch meetings at work, no extra surprise birthdays, people leaving, and parties, and just friends wanting to get together. I'm like, just all those things that happen in our life. Zero, none of us happening. So she has been doing a good job of monitoring. She wants to find out what her caloric burn is on a daily basis. And she's saying that she was reading that some people's are anywhere from 1,400 to like 2,400 calories a day. And she wants to know what hers is. So she's taking 2 weeks at a time of pretty much eating about the same thing and having a balance of carbs and all that, and then seeing at the end of 2 weeks. And she was saying that she knows that she really should only get on the scale every week because there's, a little bit of variability from day to day, and you need to kind of look at an overall week and not look from day to day. And I said, yes. I said, well, especially if you're somebody like me who retains a lot of water and whose scale is extremely variable from day to day and that. And she told me, and I'm not going to remember the exact stat right now, but she said something to the effect of, she's like, oh, carbs are the exact same way. I think it was, this is a piece of information that just came to my mind as I was talking to you, so I can't remember exactly what it is, but I can go back and ask her to find out. It was, for every so many grams of carbs you take in, you retain another ounce of water. So, because I was saying how much sodium affects me, and she's like, well, carbs do too. And I'm like, that makes sense, because there are some days I'm like, Gabby, I completely get that. Because there are days I'm thinking, gosh, I did eat more carbs, but I didn't feel like they were really that high in sodium, but they probably were, and I just kind of justify it in my mind and think, well, sodium was somewhere because I can feel the retaining of water and the swelling of my fingers and feet. And yeah, so carbs do it too, as well as just sodium. Isn't that interesting? So, a little bit of a nugget for you. If it's a little aha for you as it was for me, because I've always thought it's simply sodium that is having me retain water, but no siree. It's carbs, because then she was saying that a lot of people go on keto and they lose a lot of weight at the very beginning, and a lot of it is water loss and that. And she said that it's when, if they go off a keto, that a lot of that water retention will go back when carbs are introduced back into the body, because it's just sort of a natural thing they do, and then your body stays at a certain level. If you overeat carbs, then you retain more water and you're more bloated than you should be. If you have the normal amount of carbs, then you retain a certain amount of water, but on keto you retain a lot less water just overall in your body because you don't have those carbs that are holding it in. Interesting. So she said that that's another thing that she's monitoring as she's monitoring her weight for a 2 week period of time, that her carbs remain constant so that she doesn't have that variability on the scale. There you go. The more you know. You're welcome. All right, so here we go. Day 1, feeling fine after the first day, a little full, and tomorrow will be crazy. So I probably won't check in with you tomorrow. It'll just be another day of loading, and maybe I'll check in on Monday and let you know what my weight, how much I gained after the first 2 days of loading, and have a little something to chat about. I don't know what it'll be yet, but I'll find something and I'll be in touch with you then. Good luck to you. And here we go again, right? Here we go again. Talk to you soon. HCG, here we go. Bye bye.